Hi, I'm Jenna, and this is the Burton Scribe and the Burton Scribe EST. This is a great binding for your intermediate to advanced level girl who's really looking for a very solid park binding. Maybe wants to beat up all the features in the park but still take it all over the mountain as well and still expect some of that response from it. So to start, as we said before, we've got this binding in EST, and what that is you've got these two tracks right here which allow you to mount it to an ICS Burton board. The great thing about using the ICS system is that you're minimizing some of the materials underneath the binding because you don't have that disc in there, and you're really giving yourself a very direct binding to board feel. So it allows you to really effectively transfer that energy and the response to the board. So let's talk about some features on this binding that are found on both of them. First of all, we've got the park-specific asymmetrical superstrap. Now the superstraps in general are 3D, so they'll fit around the boot more effectively, but they also have the triple axis spine to them, which makes them a little bit more durable, a little bit more responsive, but still fairly flexible. Then you've got the neo padding throughout the strap as well, which allows that binding to flex, gives you that softer feel, but makes for a very durable strap as well. Let's talk about how this strap is asymmetrical though, because that's really cool. You can see that you've got a very wide strap over here, then it becomes very narrow. The buckle itself actually sits right now a little bit lower on the strap. Now what's cool about these is you can actually switch the strap, you can flip it to the other binding. Now you've got this upside down like that. The ratchet is actually a little bit higher up on the strap, making for a little bit more padding beneath the strap. So you actually can switch between the option of having the binding like this, which gives you a little bit more flexy of a feel, gives you a little bit more mobility in the binding, or when you flip it, a little bit more stability and a little bit more response because of the way the binding strap is shaped. So that's a pretty cool option. Now you've also got the Primo Capstrap on the toe, which obviously this strap is made to be worn over the toe of the boot. But what you've got here is this grip right here, so it allows you to really draw the boot back into the binding, so you're not getting that toe pressure, you're not getting the pressure points over the top of your boot like you would if you're strapping it over the top real tight. And you're also drawing yourself back into the binding to get a more efficient, more effective fit from the binding. But that grip really keeps this into place. A lot of times when you ride a toe cap, you end up with it on top of the boot by a couple runs because it's slipping around, it's not fitting correctly. That grip keeps it in place and really keeps that from happening, which is nice. Now the base plates in both of these bindings are actually made out of a lightweight polycarbonate material, which is very flexy, so it gives you that real nice buttery kind of park feel, but it's still pretty durable. Now the Highback too is made out of a single component, softer material like that, but you've got some unique things going on here. Number one, you can see you've got an asymmetrical Highback, so it actually is made to fit a little bit more ergonomically correct to your right foot or your left foot. Then you've also got what's called the living hinge, and this allows you to actually adjust the forward lean of the Highback as well as the rotation of the Highback independent of each other. This is pretty cool because you can actually adjust this Highback, you can actually rotate it a little bit more parallel with the edge of your board, really maximizing your edge hold and your response to your edges. Last, what we've got underfoot is a little bit different between your regular Scribe and your EST Scribe. So to start on your regular Scribe, you've got this EVA padding under the toe and the heel of the binding. It's just a very simple lightweight material that's going to dampen vibration and dampen a little bit of the shock as well. Now on the EST version, you've got what's called the Shred Bed 2.0. Now you can see it runs through the length of the binding because of course you don't have that plate there, so it's going to completely run underfoot, but it's also a lightweight, just super soft EVA material. So again, very durable, but gives you that damp feeling underfoot if you do hit a little bit rougher terrain. If you are trying to land some jumps and stuff like that, it is going to dampen that or absorb that shock as well. So again, This is the Scribe binding and the Scribe EST. Great bindings for your intermediate to advanced park girl who's looking for just a very solid binding that they can take in the park, really beat up, but also take all over the mountain.